30 days in an iron box, where the air is saturated with fear and the sweat of hundreds of men. 30 days where every minute you have to choose between death and something worse. A woman in a men's transport car in 1938. This shouldn't have happened. According to all instructions, all rules, it was impossible. But in September 1938, train number 512 was carrying a special cargo across the entire country. And in one of the cars, among 200 men, there was her, alone.
Halt!
Everyone stay in place. The guard's shout cut through the night silence. Contemporaries recounted that the convoy stopped right in the middle of the taiga. An unscheduled stop for water or inspection. They just stopped. The locomotive released steam, and a silence fell, the kind that only comes before something terrible. In car number 7, the noise began. First, a low rumble of voices, then shouts, then bangs of metal against the walls. What's going on? Hey chief, what's the deal? Voices from different cars merged into a general hum. The guards ran to the 7th car. Dogs barked, and then everyone heard a woman's voice. One single female scream amid hundreds of male ones. A scream that made the blood run cold even in those who thought they feared nothing anymore. Her name was Anna Mikhailova. At least, that's how it's recorded in the documents preserved in the archives. 32 years old. Former accountant at the Moscow Dynamo factory. Article 58-10, Anti-Soviet agitation. The standard sentence of those years. 10 years in camps without the right to correspondence. But what happened to her in September 1938 was anything but standard. Listen to me carefully, Mikhailova. Did you think you could humiliate an NKVD officer? Did you think you'd get away with it? These words from Captain Melnikov she heard an hour before they shoved her into the men's car. She hadn't been in the women's car from the start of the transport. Eyewitnesses recalled seeing the convoy chief, State Security Captain Melnikov, personally order her transfer, formally for violating the regime. What exact violation isn't specified in the documents, but among the survivors, another version circulated. 3 months earlier, in the pretrial detention center, Anna had rejected his advances. Not just rejected, she struck him in the face with an inkwell. When he tried to pin her against the wall in the office, the ink spilled all over his new tunic. The subordinates outside the door heard him screaming in pain and humiliation. Car number 7 was the most terrifying in the train. That's where they put recidivists, murderers, those who had already lost all humanity. 200 people in a space designed for 40. 3-tier bunks, a slop bucket in the corner, a small barred window under the ceiling. The stench was so overpowering that newcomers fainted in the first minutes. Well, brothers, look what a gift the bosses sent us. Someone's hoarse voice from the depths of the car. Can't be. A woman here. I tell you, a live woman. Anna stood by the door, pressed against the iron, staring at 200 pairs of eyes staring back at her. In that moment, time seemed to stop. The guard outside slid the bolt shut. The train lurched forward. And so began what would later be called the most terrifying 30 days in Gulag history. To grasp the scale of the hell Anna Mikhailova found herself in, we must go back several months. Moscow, March 1938. The dynamo factory buzzed like a disturbed hive. They'd just arrested the chief engineer. Black vans stood at the gates. In the workshops, people whispered in corners. Anna worked in the main accounting department handling materials inventory. An ordinary Soviet woman. Husband a 6th-grade locksmith. 2 children. A room in a barracks on the outskirts. They lived modestly but honestly. Sundays in Gorky Park. Summers renting a dacha with neighbors. A normal life for normal people. Anna Sergeyevna, you're summoned to personnel. The secretary's words marked the beginning of the end. In personnel, they were waiting. 3 in NKVD uniforms flipping through her file. The senior major with a weary face didn't even look up from the papers. Mikhailova, you handled non-ferrous metals accounting. Yes, that's right. There was a shortage of 3 kilograms of copper. What shortage? My documents are in order, all invoices. Documents can be forged. You were selling copper on the side. The interrogations lasted a week. First at the factory, then at Lubyanka. Anna presented documents, checked figures, proved her case. But the investigators didn't want proof, they wanted enemies of the people. The plan for unmasking wasn't cancelled. On the 8th day, Captain Melnikov appeared. Tall, handsome, with the manners of a former guards officer. He entered the interrogation room and dismissed the investigator with a gesture. "Anna Sergeyevna, let's talk frankly. You're a smart woman. I'm a cultured man. Why these games? Sign the confession, get 5 years probation. Don't sign." He spread his hands. "I can't sign what I didn't do. Everyone says that, then they sign. The question is how much time it takes and what state you'll be in by then." He stood, paced the room, stopped behind her, placed his hands on her shoulders. Anna smelled expensive cologne. "There's another option. You're a beautiful woman. I'm not married. We can arrange things humanely." Anna stood abruptly. The inkwell on the table tipped from her movement. "You're offering to be your whore?" Such crude words. "I'm offering you life instead of death." What happened next took 3 seconds. Anna grabbed the heavy glass inkwell and hurled it at Melnikov's face. Hit him square on the bridge of the nose. Blood and ink poured over his face and tunic. He screamed, clutched his nose. Guards rushed in. "Take her to solitary. 10 days. Melnikov shouted, holding his broken nose. In solitary, Anna realized she'd signed her own sentence. Not the legal one, that came 2 weeks later, but the real one, which Melnikov pronounced the moment the ink ruined his tunic and blood flowed over his lips. People like him serve revenge cold, and it would be sophisticated. The trial lasted 15 minutes. Article 58.10. Anti-Soviet agitation. Witnesses, colleagues also held in cells, testified that Mikhailova cursed Soviet power, told anti-Soviet jokes, kept a portrait of Trotsky at home. None of it was true, but what difference did it make? Sentence: 10 years in corrective labor camps. But the most terrifying thing Anna heard was in her cell the night before transport. An old SR whispered, "Heard from the guards. Melnikov's taking you himself. He's the convoy chief now. He specifically requested this assignment. Prepare for the worst, girl. Types like him don't forgive." And now, after 2 weeks on the road, with the women's car left behind and days ahead in the company of 200 men who'd lost all humanity, Anna understood the revenge Captain Melnikov had devised for her. He wasn't going to dirty his hands himself. He threw her to be torn apart by those who'd do it for him, and he'd come check every day if she was still alive. But Melnikov hadn't accounted for one thing. The first seconds in the car stretched like eternity. 200 pairs of eyes, 200 dirty, tormented faces, all fixed on her. The air was so thick with the stench of unwashed bodies, urine, and decay that she had to breathe through her mouth. Even then, the taste settled on her tongue. "Brothers, look, a real woman, a live one." Some young voice cut through the silence. "No way, you're lying." "What woman?" "I tell you, a woman, see for yourself." From the depths of the car rose a figure, slowly, with the dignity of someone in charge. Kostel, that's what everyone called him, from Vladivostok to Magadan. A thief in law of the old school, one who remembered the czarist hard labor. Face scarred, eyes faded like an old photograph, left leg dragged, hence the nickname. He walked through the entire car, and people parted. Even the most hardened young punks knew better than to mess with Kostel. He stopped 3 steps from Anna, looked long, studied her. She didn't avert her gaze. "What's your name?" Hoarse voice, raspy from colds. "Anna." "What's the sentence?" Article 58. Political, then. "And why in the men's car?" Anna paused a second, knowing her answer could mean everything. Telling the truth about Melnikov would seem weak. Lying, they'd sniff it out. "The convoy chief wanted to break me. I refused. This is his answer." Kostel smirked faintly, just one corner of his mouth, turned to the car. "Listen up, all of you. The woman's under my personal protection. Anyone touches her answers by the code. Clear enough?" From the far corner came laughter. Young, insolent, defiant. A guy about 20 with gold teeth stood from the bunks. Shakal, leader of a young gang that didn't recognize old laws. "Kostel, you've lost your mind." A woman in the men's car, She's common property. What protection? You want first dibs yourself? Silence fell in the car, so quiet you could hear the wheels clacking outside. Kostel turned slowly to Shakal, and Anna saw why this old cripple kept 200 men in fear. Something appeared in his eyes that scared even her. Standing aside. Repeat that loud so everyone hears. Shakal realized he'd gone too far. But backing down in front of his own meant losing face. I said, a woman in the men's car, she's... He didn't finish. Kostel moved fast. Unexpectedly fast for a cripple. A shank appeared in his hand like magic. Stab under the ribs, precise, calculated, not fatal but painful. Shakal gasped, clutched his side, blood seeping between fingers. Next time, I'll gut your liver. Now listen close, pup. In this car, I decide who and what. If I say the woman's protected, she's protected. Got it? Shakal nodded, sliding to the floor. His gang froze, not daring to interfere. Kostel turned to Anna. You said you can help the sick. Here's your first patient. Check the kid. This was a test, and Anna knew it. Show weakness now, and it's over. She approached Shakal, knelt, examined the wound professionally. Shallow, but in a dangerous spot. Needs clean cloth for a bandage. Laughter in the car. What clean cloth in this hell? Then Anna did what they'd remember years later. She removed her undershirt. The last clean thing she had. Tore it into strips under 200 men's gazes. Bandaged the wound quickly, skillfully. He'll live, but if infection sets in this filth, I can't help. Kostel nodded approvingly, then loud for the whole car. The woman sleeps here. Pointed to the corner by his bunks. My spot, my territory. Anyone climbs in corpse. Now hear the new rules. The woman's our medic. Anyone sick, she helps. But anyone tries extra, I'll slit you from navel to throat myself. Everyone clear? The car murmured approval. Even those who'd eyed her like wolves on a sheep now saw something else. Not a victim, but something useful in this death car. Night fell on the train, but in car number 7, no one slept. All waited for what came next. The first night was the most terrifying. Anna sat in her assigned corner, back against the cold car wall. Kostel settled nearby on the lower bunks, not sleeping, guarding. The car was dark. Only moonlight filtered through the small barred window under the ceiling. Not sleeping? Kostel asked quietly. No. Good. Don't sleep the first 3 nights. Then you'll get used to it. Why are you doing this? Protecting me. Long pause. Outside, wheels clacked rhythmically, monotonously. Someone coughed in the far corner. Someone raved in sleep. My daughter was about your age. Shot in 37 with her husband. They said enemies of the people. She was a teacher like you. I'm not a teacher, I worked in an office. Same thing. Educated woman. They're mowing them down like wheat now. In the dark, a rustle. Someone slowly crept toward their corner. Kostel didn't move, just said loud, one more step, and you're dead. Red, back to your spot. The steps stopped, retreated. Kostel continued as if nothing happened. In this car, 198 guys, 50 thieves, about 30 politicals, the rest petty criminals. Each with his own truth, his own code, but all men. And a man without a woman long turns beast. What do I do? Become indispensable, so each knows you're worth more alive than used. You said you can heal, that's good, but not enough. At dawn, the convoy came. 2 soldiers with rifles and a sergeant. Brought rations. Black bread, dried fish, boiling water. The sergeant glanced into the car, saw Anna in the corner, smirked. Well, political, how was the night? Boys didn't offend? Kostel rose, approached the grate. Tell your boss. The woman's under my protection. If he wants her dead, let him come kill her himself. Otherwise, he waits in vain. The sergeant spat. We'll see how long your protection holds, cripple. After the convoy left, ration distribution began, a ritual with its own laws. Thieves divided among themselves, then gave to politicals. Petty criminals got scraps. Kostel gave Anna part of his. Eat needs strength. She chewed stale bread, washing it down with warm water called tea. Around normal car life. Some played cards drawn with charcoal on cardboard, some sharpened shanks, some just lay, conserving energy. By noon, a man of intellectual appearance approached her. Glasses with one cracked lens, gray beard, intelligent eyes. "Excuse me, I'm Professor Vorontsov, historian. Heard you help the sick. How can I?" "My comrade, neighbor on the bunks. Third-day fever, delirious. Could you look?" Anna followed the professor. In the far corner on upper bunks lay a young guy, about 25, burning up. She touched his forehead. Fire. Typhus or similar. Need to bring down the fever. But with what? She looked around, saw the drinking water bucket, removed her sweater, soaked it, placed on his forehead. Wet every half hour and give small sips constantly. The professor watched in surprise. "Are you a medic?" "No, but lived in Grandma's village as a kid. She was a herbalist, taught me some." By evening, the guy improved. Fever dropped. Whispers spread through the car. The woman healed a dying man. By night, a line formed. One with an abscess, one with an infected wound, one with stomach cramps. She helped as she could, with words, actions. Lanced boils with a shank heated on a candle flame. Bandaged with strips torn from patients' clothes. Taught minimal hygiene in this filth. Old thief Sidoi brought her his ration. "Thanks, daughter. Abscess tormented me a week. No relief." By midnight, she returned to her corner, dead tired. Kostel sat guarding. "Good job. Now half the car won't let anyone hurt you. But this is just the start. 28 days ahead." Then from outside, a voice. Melnikov came for night check. Car number 7. Inspection. Door opened. Captain in the doorway. 2 machine gunners behind. Flashlight beams slid over faces. Stopped on Anna. "Well, Mikhailova, how's the new company?" "Adjusting?" She was silent. Melnikov stepped in. "I asked how the night went." "Men not offending?" "While you're alive," Captain Kostel spoke up. "But you're not eternal, and we all remember that." Melnikov aimed the light at Kostel. "Threatening an officer? Thief?" "Just stating fact. We all have sentences. You have life and it can end. Trains derail sometimes. Happens." Tension in the car became palpable. 200 held breath. Melnikov realized one more second and mutiny starts. Turned, left, but before closing the door, through, 28 days left. We'll see who outlasts whom.
Durchschlemmt. Boltzlonged.
Train continued into the night. And in car number 7, the second night of this hell began. But now Anna wasn't alone. Now she had allies or those who needed her alive. Time would tell. 5th day on the road. Train crawled through endless taiga, stopping only for water and checks. In car number 7, a rhythm of life set in. Morning ration distribution, daytime stupor, evening talks, and the constant, unending smell of human bodies, illness, fear. "Hey, Doc, can I call you that?" A man about 40 approached Anna, intelligent face, gray temples. "I'm not a doc, but call what you want." Pavel was an engineer in Sverdlovsk factory, now enemy of the people. Pause. In the car, such pauses were special. Whole lives fit in them, left outside behind bars. That morning, what everyone feared happened. One petty criminal, Mishka Portnov, got diarrhea. In normal life, an annoyance. In a car with 201 slop bucket in the corner, a catastrophe and mainly a symptom. Dysentery, a disease that in these conditions killed faster than bullets. "That's it, we're done," someone from Thieves said grimly. 3 days, half the car shits to death. Anna knew if epidemic starts, few survive. Had to act fast. She approached Kostel. "Need quarantine, separate sick from healthy." "How you imagine that?" "Not a hospital here. Allocate far corner. Move sick there. Slop bucket too. Healthy don't go." Kostel thought, then stood, went to car center. "Listen all, we have dysentery. Who doesn't know it's when you shit blood till death?" Woman says quarantine. Anyone with gut twists to far corner. Rest stay away. "What if we don't?" Shouted from Shakal's gang. "Then we all die. Choose." Simple truth worked better than threats. By evening, 12 in far corner. Mishka Portnov, 2 low-rank thieves, several politicals. Anna organized a makeshift infirmary. Separate water for sick in rusty can, rags for hygiene, torn shirts burned in stove later. "Where'd you learn this?" Professor Vorontsov asked, helping. "In 22, typhus in our village. Half died. Grandma saved the rest. I helped, remembered. By night, Mishka worsened. Tossed in delirium, screamed about wife, kids. Anna sat by, changing wet rags on forehead. Then unexpected. "Hey doc," Shakal called. "Same one Kostil stabbed first day." He handed a small vial. Dark glass, label worn. "What's this?" "Opium tincture. Saved for emergency, but guy's worse than me." "Music." She took the vial. 5 drops in water. Mishka calmed. Slept. Shakal left, but said quietly, "Forgive the first day, heat of the moment." This was the turning point. If even Shakal acknowledged her, she was truly part of this strange community. Community of those society threw overboard. Professor Vorontsov sat by when Anna left the sick. "I studied revolution history 30 years, wars, migrations, but only here in this car I understood the main thing. Man remains man even in hell. Just not everyone remembers. And you, what for?" Gave a lecture on French Revolution detailed on terror. Someone thought hint at present. Night, Melnikov came as always with flashlight machine gunners. Shined faces sought Anna. Found by sick. "What, Mikhailova playing Sister of Mercy? Think it'll save you?" "I don't think of saving. I do what I can. What else can you? Maybe show?" Whole car tensed. Even sick quieted. Kostil rose slowly, but Anna answered calmly. "I can survive where you think impossible, and remember faces of evildoers. Memories long, Captain." Melnikov stepped to her, but a voice from dark. Loud. Commanding. "Captain, don't you exceed authority?" All turned. Speaker was the one silent all days. Sat in corner, no talks. Tall, thin, military bearing. "None of your business, Zek." Colonel Karolin, former division staff chief. "And I know Far East military prosecutor personally. He'll be interested in your experiments." Melnikov froze. Prosecution was one structure even NKVD feared, especially military. Threatening? Informing. Train arrives Magadan 23 days, not just camp bosses there. Melnikov turned. Left. Door slammed. Car exhaled. And the colonel returned to his corner, silent again. But now all knew. Another force in car. 7th day began with a scream, piercing, animal, waking all. In quarantine corner, Mishka Portnov died. Dysentery did its work. Body couldn't fight. "Help! Help him!" His bunk neighbor screamed. Anna ran, but too late. Mishka stared at ceiling with glassy eyes. First corpse in car. All knew, not last. "What to do with him?" Someone young asked, confused. Per instructions, hand to convoy next stop, Kostil answered. But stops 5 hours. 5 hours with corpse in closed space, heat, epidemic. Anna knew could cause panic. Wrap body, put near door where draft. What to wrap? Not a morgue. Then happened what they'd call miracle of car 7. Old thief Batya removed his coat. Only warm thing. Mishka was good man. Let him go humanly. Others followed, 1 shirt, 1 foot wrap. 10 minutes. Body wrapped in makeshift shroud of rags. Professor Vorontsov quietly read Latin, turned out funeral prayer. Even thieves listened silent, hats off. He was a tailor, Sidoy said suddenly. Sewed suits on the outside. Good ones. 3 kids left. Wife died of TB year ago. Worried for kids, said who'd care now? So began impromptu memorial. Each who knew Mishka said something good. In this car of murderers, thieves, politicals, petty, something human emerged. By noon, train stopped. Long-awaited water stop. Convoy came for body, but unexpected. Sergeant refused. Instructions. No sick or dead from infected cars. Handle yourselves. How? Ride with him to Magadan? Toss in taiga on move or carry? Don't care.
Durchschlemmt.
Silence in car. Carry corpse in heat 20 days. Guaranteed epidemic. Throw out. But how? Floor grate, Colonel Karolin spoke suddenly. For cleaning car if pry open. Work began. Shanks, nails, whatever pried rusted grate. 2 hours, hole big enough to push body. But first Anna said, wait, need something human. We're not beasts. She approached, closed Mishka's eyes, whispered. Then louder, all here. Mikhail Petrovich Samov, tailor from Moscow, father of 3, died 7th day on road to no return place, but died human and we remember. Body lowered through grate, train slow, all saw it roll down embankment into taiga. Somewhere in endless green sea, Mishka Portnov stayed, first victim of car 7. By evening, new sick in quarantine 8 now. Anna did what she could, gave salt water begged from convoy, watched hygiene. But all knew without meds, lost battle. Then second miracle. Man all thought Stoli approached. Krysa called him. Small, shifty, always sniffing. Doc. Got something. Glanced around, afraid. Secret. Pulled bundle from bosom, unwrapped bottle white powder. Streptocide. Stole from Feldsher at transit. Saved for sale. Why give? Krysa shifted. Little brother died of diarrhea in orphanage. He was 12. Streptocide then worth gold. No more. Life for dying. Anna started treatment immediately. Dissolved in water. Gave sick. By morning 3 better. Rumor spread. Strange things happened. Thieves shared rations with sick for strength. Politicals organized quarantine shifts. Even Shakal's gang quieted. No rowdiness. Know what's happening? Kostel asked Anna evening 8th day. What? You turned wolf pack into what we were before all this. I just do my job. No more. You give hope. Dangerous. Why? Melnikov won't forgive. Wanted you dead like dog, but you became symbol. He'll come. Definitely. And Melnikov came 9th day morning, not alone. 5 machine gunners and camp doctor, elderly Jew in glasses. Sanitary check. Announced. Dr. Goldstein will inspect sick. Doctor entered, wrinkling at smell, went to quarantine, examined, turned to Melnikov. Dysentery, but controlled. Someone organized quarantine smartly. Irrelevant. Other. Epidemic threat if continue measures. No, but need meds. Meds for Zex? Joking, doctor? Goldstein adjusted glasses. Captain, if spreads to other cars, you'll face tribunal as convoy chief. Melnikov paled. Argument he couldn't ignore. Hour later, brought permanganate bottle activated charcoal pack. Little but better nothing. Leaving, Melnikov stopped by Anna. Don't think you won. Just delay. 20 days left. She looked straight. And I have whole life to remember your face, Captain. He struck her backhand. Anna fell, didn't cry out, didn't look away. Car stirred, but Kostel raised hand. Not time. Melnikov left. Anna rose, wiped blood from split lip, returned to sick like nothing. Night same day, recovered dysentery thief. Doc, Feldsher on outside, said loud. Brothers, woman saved my life. By code, I'm deader. Anyone touches her, deals with me. Second recovered stood. Third, by night end, Anna had personal guard of 10. Melnikov wanted break her, instead made stronger. 10th day, train stopped midnight, unscheduled. Sharp brake screech. Shouts outside. Dog barks. Car woke instantly. Sleep light here. Any rhythm change could mean death. What's out there? Someone whispered dark. Quiet all, listen. Kostel raised hand. Outside footsteps, commands, then shot single. 2 more. Silence. Escape, Sedoy exhaled. Someone bolted. Half hour, door flung open. Melnikov in doorway, gunners with lights. Face twisted rage. Check. All stand. Anyone moves, shoot. Soldiers stormed. Upended bunks, searched corners, sought something or someone. 3 escaped 12th car, Melnikov hissed. Politicals thought smart. Now 2 corpses in taiga, 1 wounded bleeding. Their problem. Yours. He approached Anna, grabbed hair, yanked up. I know they planned with your car, someone here to run too. Captain, mistaken, Colonel Carolyn calm. No one planned escape our car. Such certainty? Preparation needed. Here all in view. 200 in 1 box. Hide something? Melnikov released Anna.
Approche de colonel.
No for harboring? No, like for false accusations. Especially ex-Colonel Genstaff with combat awards.
Strange stare duel.
Melnikov blinked first. Fine, but from today enhanced regime. Half rations, minimal water. Out for relief every 2 days. See how you sing. Left. Soldiers followed.
Durchschlemmt.
Silence in car. All understood, real hell begins. Half rations with dysentery, death sentence. Minimal water. In car heat, people go mad. Have to share, Shakal said suddenly. Or all croak. Incredible. Shakal, always taking, offers share. Such generosity, why? Kostil smirked. Not generosity, calculation. Woman healed my pal. Called him document. He's with her. If she starves, who heals us? Criminal logic harsh but clear. By morning, new system, healthy give part to sick. Water collected drops. Wall condensation, cup remnants. But worst started 3rd day enhanced. No proper relief, car true cesspool. Bucket overflowed. Stench so bad even hardened Zex fainted. Can't go on. Anna to Kostil. Typhus or cholera starts, all die. What suggest? Clean through floor hole we made. Who goes to bucket? I will. Whole car froze. Even most brutal looked with something like respect. You crazy? Kostil shook head. Necessity but need help. Minimum 3 men. Silence. Then Professor Vorontsov stood. I'll help. Unexpected volunteer. Krysa. Me too. 3rd. Ex-Felcher document debt pays debt. Worked 2 hours. Rags on faces not to suffocate. Scooped excrement with cans. Poured through floor hole. Others sat silent, turned away. Ashamed. Woman does what 200 men wouldn't. Finished. Shakal gave Anna whole ration. Earned. Others followed. By evening, more bread than she could eat. Gave to sick. 15th day, what Kostil feared. Night. All asleep. Group thugs from far corner tried reach Anna. 5 men lost human form. Enough nobility, hissed leader Niloy. Woman's woman. What else for? Moved quiet, stealthy, but missed one. Anna's guards. Doc awake, on watch, whistled signal. What next varied in tellings. But essence. Whole car rose protect. Not woman, symbol of their humanity in hell. Fight short, brutal. Niloy and pals beaten half dead. Then Kostil held show trial. By thief code, rapists not people but won't kill. Let live in corner where bucket was, woe to who lets out. 5 huddled in dirty corner. Till end sat there outcast. 17th day. Mid-journey. Train crawled Ural mountains, stopping each climb. In car began what psychiatrists call mass psychosis. People locked iron box over 2 weeks breaking. First broke intellectual political, quiet ex-literature teacher. Sat corner reciting poems from memory. Then stood midnight screaming, I see them, come for me. Blackbirds everywhere, blackbirds. Banged head on wall, tore clothes. Tried hold, where? Madness strength multiplied frail body. Hold him, he'll hurt himself. Anna shouted. For twisted him. She gave Shakal's opium remnants. Calmed, slept. But start. By morning 2 more odd. One rocked humming kid's song. Other drew finger on wall symbols, muttering numbers. Psychosis, Professor Vorontsov diagnosed. From stress, hunger, confinement. If not stop, half car. How stop? Kostil grim. Occupy people, give purpose, anything but sit think where they are. Anna suggested unexpected. Let's organize school. What school? Professor lectures history, engineers math.
Service-Stichkraft.
Main occupy minds. Idea mad, but madness sometimes only way keeps sanity. First lecture Professor Vorontsov. Theme Great Escapes History. Spartacus to Decembrists. All listened. Thieves, politicals. Even convoy at door eavesdropped. Spartacus held mountains 2 years. 70,000 runaway slaves versus Roman legions. Why so long? Why? Young thief asked. Not just survive goal, dream of freedom. Ready die for it. And they died? Yes. But remembered 2,000 years. Those who crucified, forgotten. After Professor, old thief Batya told legendary Lenka Pantaleev, Petrograd robbery king. Lenka said, "Thief needs 3. Cool head, hot heart, clean hands. Cool head think, hot heart not beast. Clean hands not dirty blood without need." Strange school in death car. But worked. People distracted. Thought beyond hunger fear. 19th day. Terrible. Same literature teacher, first to go mad, hanged. Used shirt strip tied upper bunks while all slept. Morning doc found. Tried revive. Useless. Why? Anna over body, tears in eyes first time. We saved him. From madness no save, Colonel Carolyn quiet. Only delay. He died arrest moment. Body moved a while. Buried through floor hole. But this time Professor read not prayer Mandelstam poem. We live not feeling country under us. Our words unheard 10 steps. Half car cried. Men not cried years. Thieves saw tears weakness. Cried silent. Turned. Evening Melnikov came, saw second body, smirked. What, Mikhailova, your medicine didn't save all. How long hold? Day 2. She raised eyes. Red from tears, firm. Longer than you'll live after what you do, Captain. Threatening? Stating fact. Types like you don't live long. Either own remove or conscience gnaws. I have no conscience. I'll have just some learned too late. Melnikov raised hand strike, stopped. Car people rising. Slow, silent, no threat, just standing. 1, 2. 10th, 100. Minute, all 200 stood. What this? Mutiny. Melnikov grabbed holster.
No, costi lancer.
Warning. Touch her, we nothing lose. 200 doomed versus your convoy. Someone reaches you. Melnikov back to door slow. See how brave at destination. Camp own rules. Left. Car people sat silent, but something changed. No longer victims. Became community, family. Hard word. But she now not just woman in men's car. Their conscience, humanity, hope. 11 days to end station. 20th day. Train stopped some godforsaken station. Through wall cracks seeped cold morning air. Climbing mountains, even September cold. Water giving water. Duty shout at door stirred car. But door open, instead usual buckets. Convoy brought 2 mugs for 200. That's all. Costal disbelieved eyes. Chief order. Your car minimum for mutiny attempt. 2 mugs water. Not mockery sentence. In car stuffiness with dysentery no water. Deaths in day. But incredible happened. From next women's car voice. Hey men, we women decided. No drink till all get water. And mugs flew from women's. Full, untouched. Fell ground. Water spilled on ties. What you doing, bitches? Screamed convoy sergeant. Stop now. But women kept pouring. Then other cars 3rd, 5th, 10th. Mugs flew. Whole transport. Thousands refused drink. Anna at great watched amazed. How they know? Thieves male, girl, Costal smirked. Cars tap Morse. Whole road knows you how you save sick, clean shit. Your legend this transport. Solidarity mutiny lasted 3 hours. Melnikov ran along train, yelled, threatened. But what? Shoot 1,000? They'd wall him too. By noon, gave in, brought water. All cars equal. When Anna drank first sip, hands shook not thirst, but understanding. 1,000 strangers risked life for her, for justice. But Melnikov couldn't leave unanswered. Evening new man entered, transferred from another car. Big guy bull neck, empty eyes. BYK, nicknamed immediately. Your new neighbor, Melnikov smirked. Hope you befriend. All understood. Plant, provocateur or killer or both. BYK silent went car middle, sat, pulled ration, white bread, lard. Even tobacco. Ate demonstratively, savoring. In car people starved weeks, worse insult. Where such grub, bro? Shakal soft. From bosses good behavior. What behavior bosses like? BYK grinned, what benefits them? Night he tried near Anna, moved quiet, but doc not sleep. Whistled alarm. Where going, friend? Costal blocked. Wanted look your celebrity. Look from here, no closer. Or what? Or find out. Strange standoff. BYK younger stronger. but Costal legend thieves world. And whole car behind. BYK backed, but all new just start. 22nd day. Week plus to end. Tension knife cuttable. BYK waited. All waited his move. Mourning another dysentery death. Old political ex-railroader. Before death raved. Called wife. Begged kids forgive not saving. How many more? Anna by body powerless change. As many needed, Professor Vorontsov philosophical. System destroys. We only slow. But day something good, unexpected. Train stopped half-station coal load. Old woman in quilted jacket approached. Local rail worker. Which seventh car? Asked convoy. What for grandma? Brought package. What package? For who? For all. Heard people sick. Village collected. She handed bundle. Convoy confused.
No instruction.
While thinking, she quick shoved bundle to Anna through grate. Hold daughter bread, lard, onions, and pulled small vial from bosom.
Moonshine disinfect. Weish wounds.
How no? People talk, whole road talks woman men's car. Saves sick. Hold on, dear, God won't leave. Convoy snapped, chased grandma, but bundle stayed. Unwrapped. Bread, lard chunk, onions. For starving car wealth. Main sign. They known, not forgotten, outside people care. Divided equal. Even BYK fair share. He took, didn't eat. Watched others chew bread, stretching pleasure. Why not eat? Shakal. Not hungry, got mine. Pulled white bun fresh. Like slap. Night BYK moved. Not as expected. Not to Anna, to Krysa, Stully gave streptocide. Hey Krysa, talk. What? You're smart, get it. Bosses want info, who boss plans, especially woman.
Im no snitch.
Come on, all know you. Offer partnership. You info, me food protection. Crisis silent, then quiet. If refuse?
Accident à pont.
Not right away, but morning Krysa to Kostel, loud all. BYK Melnikov plant offered snitch. I refused. Silence. All-eyed BYK. He rose slow. Lies, snitch blames me. Check, Kostel nodded. Thieves court. Quick. Witnesses heard night talk. Evidence. White bread. Lard on BYK. Verdict unanimous. By code snitches, provocateurs noose. Kostel decreed. But not beasts. Sit with rapists at bucket corner. Woe who gives water drop. BYK resisted, but versus 200 even bull strength useless. Herded to corner with 5 outcasts. Now 6. Evening Melnikov came, saw BYK corner, new plan failed. What Mikhailova think won. 6 days left. Not evening yet, Captain Colonel Carolyn Sudden. Fought since 1914. World War I civil. Saw many deaths. But learned? Evil always loses. Not right away, sometimes years, but loses, eats soul of doer. You're dead, Captain. Just don't know yet. Melnikov paled, turned left. Didn't appear that day. Night Anna no sleep. Sat corner, looked small ceiling window stars. Somewhere under same stars her kids. Alive? Remember? What thinking? Kostel sat by. About after all this. Camp, Kolyma gold mines. Survive lucky. Not luck too. You think I survive? You? Yes. Your type survives not for self, others. Those always. Like nature law. You? Kostel smirked. 62, 20 camp years behind. Lived my term. Now finishing. But no, these 30 days with you returned what I thought lost forever. What? Faith man sounds proud even here, especially here. 3 hours to dawn, 6 days to end. All new worst ahead. 25th day. Train through swampy area. Through cracks seeped heavy rotten smell. To smells bodies, illness, filth added outside decay. People choked. Literally. Can't. No air, someone rasped dim. This moment, when seemed can't worse, traitor found, not suspected. Morning skimpy ration, doc noticed odd. One political, quiet glasses Berman, too much bread. Where extra? Doc direct. What extra?
Yating mine.
I count pieces. Double portion. Investigated. Berman last 3 days past info convoy through door crack night all asleep. Extra food return. What passed? Kostel over him, eyes terrifying. Nothing special, just who says what. Reported woman. Silence, then quiet. Yes, what exactly? She organizes people? Mutiny possible because her?
Colonel Carlin?
Didn't let finish. Shakal hit first, others. Beat silent, methodic, not death, half-death. Anna tried stop. Enough, kill him.
Lied die tiefgrault.
Then unexpected defender. Colonel Carolyn stood between crowd-beaten Berman. Enough. Not beasts. Even traitors no kill without trial. What trial? He snitched. That's why need to stay human. Strange trial death car. Judges 3 thieves law including Kostel. Prosecutor document defender Berman himself. Family, 3 kids, sick wife. Promised if cooperate not touch them. All promised, Kostel hard. Then all touch. Thought only self. No kids. You don't understand. Youngest 4. Silence. Many car had kids left, each imagined own. Verdict unexpected. No kill, no forgive. Sit separate. Not with rapists, you not, but not people between. Daily look at betrayed. Berman middle car, empty circle. No right talk, approach, share food. Sat island shame. Slowly went mad loneliness amid 200. But betrayal consequences. Evening Melnikov came gleeful. Mikhailova thanks comrades info, no plans. Colonel Carolyn, arrested mutiny prep. No proof? Witness testimony. Traitor under pressure. Even your laws not proof. Who talks laws? Here I law. Nodded convoy. Aimed guns colonel. But incredible. Whole car 200 stood. Shielded Carolyn bodies. Shoot? Kostel asked. 200 like Lena massacre. If need, shoot. How explain 200 corpses to bosses? Melnikov knew Kostel right. Whole car shoot, not excess mass murder, they'd wall him. Fine, but note. 5 days left, I'll use. Left. Car people sat. Victory? No. Delay. 27th day. Far east hills visible. Colder hourly. Car for south, people froze, especially night. Anna gave coat young sick. Pneumonia starting. Herself 1 shirt. Shivered. Freeze. Kostel through his quilted. And you? Used. 20 winters camps taught warm inside. How? Recall warmth. Home, stove, mother baking pies. Recall strong, warm. That night all survivors remembered. Someone far corner sang quiet. Barely. Old pre-war song. Spins, turns blue ball. Second voice caught. Third. Minute whole car sang. Thieves politicals, old young. Sang warm, not go mad. Sang remember human. Convoy door first yelled. Stop singing. Song not fade. Then banged but's door. Useless. 200 voices, stronger fear. Then thief sang criminal tune. GOP stop, we came round corner. All caught. Even Professor Vorontsov never knew criminal songs, try join. Then wholly incredible. Female voice. Anna sang song to her kids, lullaby. Sleep my beautiful babe, hush-a-bye. Car hushed. Listened. Her voice so much pain. Longing kids. Hardened criminals teared. She finished. Shakal loud. A woman with voice like that big theater sing. Not cuckoo with us. Maybe someday if survive. You will, Kostel sure. Promise. Morning 28th Melnikov last cruel check. Not usual convoy special team. 5 burly leather jackets. Search. All to wall. Searched brutal, humiliating, stripped, groped. Check seems sought specific and found. Professor Vorontsov jacket lining small notebook. Diary only past life memory. This what? Melnikov snatched. Personal notes, poems, thoughts, anti-Soviet thoughts. Melnikov flipped. Oh, what see? System destroys best. About what, Professor? Dostoevsky quote. Irrelevant. Anti-Soviet agitation en route. No for that? No. Execution. Melnikov smiled. Exactly. Take him. But didn't let take Professor. Anna stood front. If agitation, I listened too. All car listened. Execute all. Gladly, but order deliver cargo. Here's first Kostel by Anna. Then Shakal. Doc Colonel Carolyn. One by one all stood. Melnikov pulled pistol. Mutiny. I write, do it. Shoot, Kostel calm. First bullet yours, second ours. We got two. Showed shank. Others showed. Every second hid weapon. Standoff minute. Eternity. Melnikov lowered pistol. Fine, professor rides, but arrival tribunal all group mutiny. Left. Car Professor Vorontsov cried. Elderly scholar sobbed like child. Why you? Now all executed. Won't Colonel Carolyn sure. Got ace, last for extreme. What ace? See. If need, see. 2 days to end. 48 hours. All knew Melnikov won't back. Finale terrible. But what exactly none knew. 29th day. Penultimate. Train crawled foothills nearing transit before Kolyma. Strange calm in car. Calm before storm. Listen close. Colonel Carolyn gathered car elders. Tomorrow arrive Melnikov try show execution. Obvious, but I info change all. What info? Shakal impatient. Magadan now Moscow Inspection Commission. Arrived week ago. Check Gulag excesses. Several chiefs arrested. How no? Thieves mail both ways. My people at transit. Kostel thought. Changes what? If live to station I contact commission, Melnikov investigated. But Melnikov not asleep. Noon came last offer. Entered alone no guard. Confident. Mikhailova last chance. Agree voluntary special conditions camp. Forget mutiny. Release all, even professor. Anna knew what special meant. All knew. Go to hell, captain. Think others. Your stubbornness 200 suffer. Then Kostel spoke. Slow, weighty, each word hammer. Captain Melnikov. Thief law 25 years. Connections all camps Vorkuta to Kolyma. If anything happens woman, anything, you won't see spring. Not threat. Thieves oath witnesses. For threats authority. What threats? Inform consequences your actions like you informed us days. Melnikov left. Slam door. Car prepared tomorrow. All new battle last for dignity right stay human. Night no one slept. Sat groups quiet talk recalled home. Families passed like farewell. Anna between Kostel Professor Vorontsov. Silent. Then Professor no studied history 30 years only now understood main. History not dates events. People stay human in human conditions. We create history now. No one knows Kostel bitter smirked. We'll know definitely. Years, decades, but no. Morning 30th thunderous. Train braked sharp. End station. Outside gray barracks transit towers machine guns. Barbed wire horizon. Kolyma met new batch. Doors opened sequentially. First, second, here's convoy shouts. Dog barks, women weep. Seventh last, deliberate. Door open, platform crowd. Melnikov dress uniform. Dozen gunners, transit chief. Fat major red face. Several civilians. That commission. Car 7. Out one by one. Hands head. First Kostel, limping but head high. Then others. Anna held to last. Comrade chief, Melnikov to fat major. This car group mutiny. Refuse obey. Threats authority. Demand show punishment. Major nodded reluctant, but Colonel Carolyn forward. Allow introduce. Colonel Carolyn, ex-chief staff 40th Rifle Division. Red Banner Cavalier. One civilian perked. Carolyn, that one under Tsaritsyn? Affirmative.
Met 1921 meeting.
You Political Department South Front. Civilian State Security Colonel Moscow Commission. Approached. My God. Nikolai Petrovich, how here? Long story, but now important. Captain Melnikov 30 days systematically violated prisoner instructions. Deliberately placed woman men's car personal revenge. Provoked conflicts. 200 witnesses. Melnikov whitened. Slander transferred regime violation. What violation? She resisted administration. Protocol where? Admin witnesses? Melnikov silent. Carolyn continued. Moreover, Captain Melnikov used position coerce prisoner Mikhailova cohabitation. Witnesses his pretrial visits. Then unexpected. From convoy ranks old sergeant stepped, who brought water. Allow report. Confirm colonel. Captain violated, ordered no water. Cut rations no grounds. We executed, but what you babble, old fool. Melnikov yelled. Truth, citizen captain. Conscience tormented. Daughter her age. Moscow colonel to major. Arrest Captain Melnikov pending investigation. But this mutiny, they threatened, resisted. Difference. Melnikov twisted by own convoy. Screamed betrayal, enemy's people, but no one listened. Then what entered Gulag legends. 200 men, car 7 knelt. Not to bosses, to Anna. What doing? Stand. She flustered. Forgive us, sister, Kostel voice trembled. For not fully protect for what you endured. You protected all, you returned my faith, people. She cried. First 30 days open, no hide. And tough men cried, who forgot last tears. Moscow colonel to Anna. Citizen Mikhailova. Case reviewed. Circumstances, witnesses, chance mitigation. Maybe settlement, not camp. Others? Those with me, there's 2 considered. When prisoners dispersed barracks. Last meeting. Kostel to Anna. You asked why protected. Now say. Had daughter, arrested 37. I sat already, couldn't do. Later learned died transport, same car. Maybe if someone like me there, anyway you live for you and her. Turned, left, limping harder. Never saw again. Decades passed. Survivors tried forget. Remembers preferred silence. Woman men's car story became legend, told half-voice camp bunks. Not fully believing but not denying. 1980s, Moscow nursing home lived elderly woman. Quiet, unnoticeable. Worked life nurse district clinic. Raised kids alone. Husband not return camps. Neighbors knew Anna Sergeevna. Kind grandma healed herbs. Never refused help. Never told past, daughter recalled later. Only sometimes TV trains. She shuddered, left room. And couldn't sleep closed rooms. Even winter window ajar. Old folks whispered. Someone new. Guest. Camp brotherhood 40 years recognizes own. One old thief law approached dining, silent bowed. She nodded. Never talked more. But every morning held door her, she nodded. 1990s could speak. Memoirs appeared, scattered, contradictory, but agreed one. Was such story. Woman, car, 30 days, changed all. Old railroader Cheta told grandkids 38 station took strange transport. Convoy gloomier usual. Chief removed Perron. One car woman exited men's coat. 200 men silent parted let pass first. Grandpa said never saw such, grandson recalls. 200 zeks stood like funeral. She walked between, head straight, many cried.
Imagine, criminal scried.
Magadan old-timers still show old transit spot. Now wasteland, foundations left. But every spring someone brings flowers, simple field, leaves old concrete block, goes. Local historian collected survivor stories. Notebook 100+ pages, handwritten testimonies. Accounts differ details, but essence one. Happened, changed witnesses. See trick. He says flipping yellow pages. Camp saw all, death, betrayal, atrocities. But this story other. How in hell people remembered human. Scarier any atrocity, atrocities excuse circumstances, humanity their verdict whole system.
2000 Internet forum exprisonné.
Among thousands short post user granddaughter. Grandma died 91. Before death asked pray 200 souls. Said they know why. Later learned her story. Car 7. 30 days. 200 men stayed human. Many replies. Some disbelieved. Some recalled similar. One wrote simple. I'm Kostel's great-grandson. Grandpa died Kolyma 39. Last letter. Tell nurse I warmed. Grandma never understood. Now I do. Historians debate real or collective legend to believe. But important. Other. Story told. Past generations. As reminder, warning, hope. Because if death car 38 among 200 doomed found who stayed human, humanity stronger any system. Means line can't cross. Means even hell saves soul. And each hearing story asks, could I? In that car, moment she entered, stay human? No answer. Thank God most won't learn. But story lives, past whisper, written between lines, in memory. Story car 7, 30 days, 200 men, 1 woman. About man always choice even seems none, especially then.